Welcome back to Godly Play. Today we're going to do part 6 of our series, Knowing Jesus in a New Way, Known in Waiting. Let's get started. The woman at the tomb, known in absence. Jesus and 2 of his disciples breaking bread, known in the breaking of the bread. Thomas kneeling before Jesus, known in doubt. The disciples in the boat fishing in the morning, known in the morning. Jesus speaking to the disciples, known in making him known. The Ascension, known in waiting. On the 6th Sunday, in the season of Easter, we remember how the disciples returned to Jerusalem. They gathered again in their room, and Jesus was there. They were more comfortable now with the new way of knowing him, so they asked many questions. Most of them were foolish. Lord, will you restore the kingdom to Israel? Jesus cut short such talk. It is not for you to know the times or seasons. He then led them out of the room and through the streets. They went beyond the walls of Jerusalem to a hillside, perhaps near Bethany. Jesus stopped, and they gathered around him. They lifted up his hands, looking at each one, and blessed them. When he withdrew, and a cloud took him out of sight. The disciples stood looking into the sky until someone said, "Why are you looking up into the sky?" There were 2 men standing there, dressed in white. The disciples felt silly. What were they doing looking up into the sky for what they could no longer see? The strangers then answered their own question. This was Jesus. He is gone now, as you have known him. It seemed like a great weight was lifted from their shoulders. The disciples turned and walked back to Jerusalem. Now they had to wait. What was this Holy Spirit he said was coming? How would they know it when it arrived? They waited and waited and waited. While they waited, they found someone to replace Judas. God helped them choose Matthias. So now they were the 12 once more, but they still had to keep waiting. How long would it take for the Holy Spirit to come? Now I wonder if there's anything in your house or in your room that you could add to this story. From the previous weeks, I added my Book of Common Prayer, these 2 sheep, a bottle of frankincense, and a bottle of myrrh, and last week I added my baptismal candle. This week I'm going to add something too. Come with me. This is a cabinet where I keep lots of things that I think are important or beautiful. One of them is this. Do you see what's on that? It's a bird, isn't it? This type of bird is called a dove. Some people feel close to God and think of doves like the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to add that to this week's story. I wonder what part of this story you liked best. I wonder what part of this story is most important. What part of this story is about you or especially for you? I wonder if we can leave out any of the story and still have all that we need. I wonder what you would like to make your work today. Have a great week, students, and I'll see you next week.